And I feel that people go struggle with or without economics regardless, you know. It's not the economics that actually taking place, you know. I mean, it's an actual layer. I mean, to protect everything, to make it seem like the economics is the main thing. Yeah, that could be the outside layer to make you think, oh, okay, I need this right here, you know, but really there's more to it throughout that layer. Once you get that money, you got to get other things like that to build that foundation. You see what I'm saying? You hustling, you got to you get that money, you got to break them layers and buy lawyers and do all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Or go through protection within yourself just to go ahead and make sure you got security there. But at the same time, you know, just look at it from a reality perspective and not the subconscious perspective that I'm just speaking on. You know, just look at it from a reality perspective. If I dug in a gold mine and I recycle gold, but I didn't know anything about farming development or anything like that, or I didn't even have the nature of it. I didn't have the experience of it. Of course I got the nature of it, but I don't got the experience of it. I don't got the seeds. I don't got the animals. Every time I do is go ahead and trade my gold. But what if no market for that gold on my economic perspective? So I have to go to them and say, hey, can you accept some of this gold so I can eat? And they turn me down. They say no, cause we got plenty of it. We can't do anything with it no more. So what are you going to do mentally or physically just to eat? Or you going to take your own chances to go and hunt? Or, you know, try to say, can you teach me an intern? Can I work for you at least so I can learn how to do this? You know? Or would you speak upon the things that I was saying? A blind prosperity that has nothing to do with the heart produce a merely animal act. Now look at it from your community and ask yourself a blind prosperity that has nothing to do with the heart. Ask yourself in your community who have a blind prosperity that has nothing to do with the heart. Ask yourself who built a true economic system, who built in true intelligence in your community that could affect them from not being so demonic, or not even say demonic, just living in an animal way. A filthy conditioned state of mind frame where it will hinder you from surpassing all the obstacles that you need. So, as I say, the new intelligence which result from this development increase his superiority over other animals by making him sensible of it. Now, tell me how many people in our community is very sensible to it, but very immune to it in a sense where they sensible because they know an animal act. It's not the true nature of them, no matter how they look at their life, others' lives, and all. Because I know a lot of people that mimic and imitate Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, but their actions don't fulfill none of that Martin Luther King or Malcolm X has accomplished or try to accomplish. They don't do part of it. They will speak on it, but their actions is different. They ignore it. So when we talk about growing up in the subconscious perspective of mind frame, just think about a lot of things that you went through when your mother paid her bills or didn't have enough money to pay her bills, and she struggled for that money, but y'all went to church and you seen her put most of that money in there. Something wrong with that picture. Hold on. Then we still struggling for the money, but we'll get fulfilled. That entity that's supposed to be beneficial towards this community. Have it been? Nah, it's no fulfillment. So, where do my mom stand in economic development? Where does she stay as far as provide education for her children? Where does she start, showing her children that the world is bigger than Fort Wayne or just in the neighborhoods? Where does the layers dwindle down to make a person more subconscious because they don't have the natural resources and the funds and the economics to do certain things, so they hinder their patterns, and so it hinders the child patterns also, so it hinders the lifestyles, so it hinders the mentalities from exploring, so it hinders everything of the nature surrounding it. It hinders the relationships of others, and it hinders the true well-being and good relationships with others, because you will want to devour and take from others what you don't have, or what you haven't had, or what you desire to have but you can't get. And things play on those rims all the time. That's why we talk about development of levels, how things surpass one another from a subconscious to a conscious perspective. It's different realms that we have to unlock. I was forced to get baptized. I was forced to deal with the pastor. Did I deal with the pastor on a personal relationship? No, I deal with the pastor to the masses. It was times where I had to talk to pastors personally one-on-one and mentor them. And they said, what God have on your mind today? And speaking from a conscious perspective with me all alone, not understanding that it was really a subconscious perspective. He said, what God have on your mind today? I said, why would you say that? He said, I shared some words with my masses that you share with me, and they went crazy. I want to know what God have on your mind today. And my mind kind of went blank. I mean, I wanted to say a lot. I wanted to express a lot. And I kind of wanted the 5 minutes of fame and the fortune off of it, though. But then I thought about it. I said, well, dang, I mean, those are the things that the Creator gave to me. And for you to glorify Him and to like Him, and everybody said, oh man, what you said was crazy up there. And in the back of your mind, it didn't come from God. It maybe has. The Creator give me that honor. But on the real side of the journey where this person was speaking from, was it really from the heart? Was it blind prosperity? And that's how I see things. But then when I talk to this person about put economics in the community, he bring up entities that's created by machines to devour the people, to put people more in a eugenics program to destroy them. Oh, well, we just go hand out this or that and this and that, to show children what we all about, or show the community what we all about. But people getting killed, people don't got nowhere to go, they starving for freedom, not even financially, because you know how it is. I mean, be a millionaire is sick as ever, You know, and they feel like a person should put them on the totem pole when they don't want to go out and save no lives. You tell me how many funerals is hosting the hood. No, I'm not talking about in the hood with these churches. I'm talking about where they hang at. Their favorite spot over their homie's house. They blow blunts, chill, drink, hit broads. Where they host funerals at there? It ain't no funerals there. The funerals in these churches with these pastors. These pastors is the one that's talking about they need to stop all this violence. But what are these pastors doing to stop this violence? These pastors ain't doing nothing but your eulogy and getting paid off of it and getting rich off of it and getting blessings off of it. Getting a lot of love off your death. And they ain't even out here trying to save your life. They could put a whole committee together with 300 pastors in one city. At least 50 in every city. That's how many pastors representing out here. To help. That's not what they appointed for. They said God appointed them. The creator. That ain't what they appointed for. Because they in a realm. They got to follow the levels. Yeah, maybe a church that's tax exempt. And I ain't even gonna lie, it was more European churches in my community that came and gave out food and stuff like that. When I was young, out there on the block, they came and gave bologna sandwich with a little pamphlet in there that say, Jesus love you. You know what I'm saying? Not that I